all you beautiful bitches out there. How are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Sincerely, Sam. So, there's a lot to unpack here. As you can see as the title of this video, I took a pregnancy test kind of as a joke. So Chris and I have been trying to up our exercise. So for a few months, we had been going on walks and just a little bit of some runs at the end of the day. And there were about 3 days in a row where I did not want to go. I was feeling sick, my stomach wasn't feeling right, and I just kept putting it off to the point where he thought I just didn't want to go, which is technically true, but I also wasn't feeling very good, so he forced me to go to the doctor to get checked. Now, we only have one car, so it was a big hassle to do it, but I finally agreed to do it, and I went. Now, I have diabetes in the family, and I knew that I was close to being diabetic, so I thought my body was going through a diabetic change, I guess. So I thought that's what the issue was. So I went to the doctor, and unfortunately nowadays I feel like doctors don't really listen to you. So before I got out all of my symptoms, all I said was, I'm feeling very nauseous, and he immediately cut me off and said, you have COVID. I'm like, I don't think it's COVID. I have a lot of other stuff going on, and I don't have any other symptoms of COVID other than the feeling nauseous. So it was this whole big thing where I basically begged him to do a bunch of blood tests and that sort of thing just to see where I was. I also agreed to get a COVID test just so he could be happy, and so that's what we had arranged. So after I finished up at the doctor's office, I immediately went to a COVID center because I was so upset that he wasn't even listening to me. He just said I had COVID, and then that was the bottom line. There was no other explanation. So I got the test, and it was pretty close to when my fiance was getting off of work. So I waited for him to get off work, and we started heading home. Now, on the way home, we had both made jokes that maybe I should pick up a pregnancy test because maybe that's what it is. I only bought one because I thought it was a ridiculous thing that I would be pregnant, mostly just because I didn't think it was possible. So we got home, and I took the one pregnancy test, and before I had even finished, all of a sudden I started seeing 2 bright, dark lines before I'd even finished. So I immediately started panicking, and I'm like, no, this can't be right. Like, there has to be another explanation for it, right? There absolutely has to be. So my fiance was playing video games at the time. I didn't say anything to him. I literally just walked into his gaming room, picked the keys up, went to the store, and picked up 4 more pregnancy tests. Came home, I did 2 that day, or that night, and I did 2 the next day, just to switch it up, just to see if that would change anything, because I thought maybe I didn't know, maybe I was close to my period, or, you know, something happened where that would give me a false positive, because, you know, I've had friends who have had false positives. So I took them on multiple days. So after I had taken the 3rd test, I was washing up and I was grabbing something out in the living room. Meanwhile, Chris went into the bathroom, and the pregnancy test is sitting right there. So he came out asking a whole bunch of questions, asking if I was pregnant, and I didn't know how to answer that. So I didn't film my reaction to finding out about the pregnancy tests, mostly because I didn't think it was possible. I literally took it on a joke. I did it as a Chris saying, oh, maybe you're pregnant. We make that joke all the time. We've made it several times, and it's never been true before. So I did it just to put his mind at ease, but it did the opposite. So it took not 1, not 2, 3, 4, but 5. It took 5 pregnancy tests for me to say, yeah, maybe. I still didn't believe it after 5 tests. Chris was great about it. He was calming me down. I was not necessarily freaking out, but I was definitely like, oh my God, how can I be pregnant? It's just a crazy idea. Even now, I've been pregnant for a few months now, and it's still mind-boggling to me. So I didn't film my reaction because I literally thought it was just gonna be negative. Do I regret it? Yes and no. I don't think I handled it very well in the beginning, just because of course it's what I wanted. I've always wanted children. It's just something that wasn't always, they weren't always sure if I could have children. So the fact that all of a sudden I was faced with, you could have a child, was a little daunting to me, and definitely took some time to settle in. So one last thing I wanted to talk about is I think I'm going to be starting a new channel. I've been talking to some people, and there are baby stuff that I want to post, and there is a bunch of stuff that I want to say, but not everybody wants to know that kind of stuff. Not everybody's on the baby train, and you know, they want to keep getting notifications about baby stuff. So I think I'm going to be starting a new channel. I will let you guys know of any updates to that. So that'll be that, and then on this channel I will keep it to book reviews and unboxings, and I'm going to be coming out with some bullet journal stuff, so that'll be pretty exciting. And then some other ideas are also in the works, but it all depends on how baby is feeling and how baby lets me work. So today's a pretty good day. I actually felt well enough to do this video, so super excited I finally got this out, because now I can share the other content that I have, including a new subscription box, baby style, and that sort of thing. So keep watching my channel for those updates, and the best way to do that is to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload those videos. And then also like this, because who doesn't like happy announcements? Or at least in my case, it's a happy announcement. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was kind of but that's literally what my brain does these days. If you want to know more in-depth stuff, or me going into more detail about how I've been feeling during pregnancy, let me know, because I don't think people want to know that. But I may be wrong. I have some friends who want to know and some friends who don't. So that's like YouTube, right? So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see, and I will make sure that happens. But in the meantime, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!